Yes, Aisha, this is Commercial Road. It's one of the main routes through Penryn on the way to Falmouth. And as you said, it's been closed for much of the morning. I'm told it may reopen shortly. Things very much quietening down here. As you can see behind me, there's not a huge amount of activity now, but it was a different story when fire crews were called here just before midnight last night. At the height of the fire, flames and smoke could be seen from some distance away, but people living nearby said it was the noise which awoke them.
Well, my children dragged me out of bed actually, because they could hear fireworks, and I live behind this building here. We could see the flames were 20 feet above the building in front of my house, and it sounded like a permanent firework display.
It just looked massive from out of the window, so we thought we'd come and have a look. And for the first kind of 10 minutes when we came down, it was huge, massive flames. It spread right across, and the sound was just, it was so loud, lots of popping and banging.
80 firefighters and 10 appliances, including 2 aerial platforms and specialist pumping equipment, battled for 4 hours to bring the blaze under control. Even the Falmouth inshore lifeboat was called to assist.
The role of the lifeboat was to provide safety for our crews who were predominantly working near water as the back of the premise backs onto the water frontage.
This morning the damage was clear to see. 2 men escaped from the building. One was treated in hospital for the effects of smoke inhalation. Both are now said to be fine.
That could have been a really bad...
Rachel Gerard Hart survived a fire as a child, but lost a sister in another fire 4 years ago. She says 24-hour cover here is vital.
The 24-hour guys were here first, the Falmouth guys were here first. Without them, Peter Pan's could have gone, the divers could have exploded. It just could have been carnage.
The fire caused some disruption in Penryn. Commercial Road has been closed to traffic for much of the morning as environmental teams clean up asbestos. And some local businesses were temporarily without power. An investigation into the cause of the fire is now underway. Yes, the arson investigation team have been here this morning sifting through the wreckage. They brought along their accelerant detection dog. That's this special arson sniffer dog, if you like. Though at this stage there's nothing to suggest this fire anything but an accident. Back to you.
Thank you.
It tore from roof space to roof space of the Christie's furniture warehouses. Not a stick of furniture left whole inside now. Right next door on Commercial Road, a diving shop. Crews managing to pull gas cylinders and marine flares from the reach of the flames.
1 minute it was in one area and then the flames just roared up. There was banging, popping, really, really loud, and it just seemed to spread really quickly.
Yet again, a big fire at night.
The initial appliances from Falmouth were in attendance very, very quickly. And again, it just hopefully limited the fire spread into the adjacent properties.
Rachel Gerard Hart surveys the scene with horror. Her own bitter experience has put her on the campaign trail to save overnight cover at Falmouth, cover which is threatened in County Council budget cuts.
My sister did die in a house fire in this town, and I almost died in a house fire in this town. We don't need this cover to be cut, we need this cover in this town.
It was a close call for 2 people inside the building last night.
One person was actually on the telephone to our fire control saying they were trapped, and fire control talked them through and got them to safety. And the other person managed to get to safety after trying to tackle the fire himself, which was quite a significantly brave thing to do.
The fire brigade spent the morning damping down bits of asbestos which exploded out of the building, so the experts could come along behind to clear it away. The good news, it would only be dangerous if inhaled in powder form. This is actually built into a cement mix.
There is a tremendous amount of damage, and the fire investigators are in there now trying to pick through the rubble and work out how it began and how it moved so quickly.
At this stage, it appears to be an electrical fault to blame, but these premises do have an unfortunate history. Previous owners' furniture warehouse went into administration last year, leaving hundreds of customers out of pocket. Now Christie's and their customers are left with this. Louise Midgley in Penryn for West Country News.
Yes, Natalie, Christie's here, or Furniture Warehouse as it was known formerly, is a bit of a landmark here in Penryn, and Commercial Road, of course, is the main route through the town on the way to Falmouth. Until a few minutes ago there were still a few workmen here making the building safe, nailing wood up onto the windows there to stop people getting in, but things are pretty quiet now. It was a different story when the fire brigade received the call just before midnight last night. At the height of the fire, flames and smoke could be seen from some distance away, but people living nearby said it was the noise which awoke them.
My children dragged me out of bed actually, because...
Firefighters and 10 appliances, including 2 aerial platforms and specialist pumping equipment, battled for 4 hours to bring the blaze under control. Even the Falmouth inshore lifeboat was called to assist.
The role of the lifeboat was to provide safety.
The fire caused some disruption in Penryn. Commercial Road was closed to traffic until 2 o'clock this afternoon. Some businesses were temporarily left without power. An investigation into the cause of the fire is now underway. Yes, the arson investigation.